Hello and welcome to the Boost Over Ball podcast, your go-to source for all things Rocket League, with your hosts, K-Cube, Quili, and Red. So lean forward, lock in, and get ready to go Boost Over Ball.
Here we are. Do you have someone from a minor region in your top 10?
Does MENA count as a minor region?
No.
Then no.
You know.
I was gonna say, like, I'm counting Sam as a minor region now.
You know, my number one spot's actually Sphinx.
Fair.
Sphinx MVP. Sphinx MVP. Do you?
No.
Oh. I think if we had top 25.
Top 15. I have a Sam in the top 15.
I don't.
In top 15?
Just one individual player. Yeah.
I mean, it's not. That's the one thing we have to keep in mind. It's not top 10 players. It's top 10 Paris performers. Who we think's gonna?
Well, but the thing is, that means that guy's probably going. You know, you're assuming that Sam team probably does decently well in Swiss stage then, because they can't perform very well if they don't make it past Swiss stage.
Yeah. Well, look, that's an even harder thing I had. That's even a harder thing I had with picking it. Is that because the three teams make it out now, so it's like it's a little bit. Also, I didn't know we were having an episode until 30 minutes ago, so I did not have a list as of 30 minutes ago.
I mean, it took me like 10 minutes to do mine. So
yeah, I just threw mine together. I was like, yep. Fuck it, good enough.
We'll do it live.
Do we have an Excel sheet, or are we just gonna rip names?
We just type it onto the sheet.
Yeah, we'll rip it. But hello and welcome back to the Boost Over Ball podcast. Listeners new and old, hello and welcome to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Kyle, K-Cube in the top left. In the top right, we have Red, and in the bottom is Quili, who just got flashbanged. You doing okay?
I got eyes for now.
Okay. Well, today is episode number 200. So with that, we will be talking some RLCS news. We got some updates about the Paris Major Prize Pool, a huge W of an update from on Bakkes Mod, the rosters that have been announced for 2v2 as of now, and a couple other things before we jump into our top 10 Paris Major performers list. We've each made a list of our top 10 players that we think will perform the best at the Paris Major. And then we'll finish off with the Quili question. Are you guys ready to jump right in?
We'll do it.
So first and foremost, and we have been talking about this for quite a while now, with it was announced that the RLCS Paris Major Bundle will be a crowd-funded pot. 50% of the net sales will be put towards 3-player accolades: striker, highest average goals per game; playmaker, highest average assists per game; and savior, most saves per goal allowed. And the other 50% of that will go towards the 16 teams based on placement: first to third, 9.9 1/3%; fourth to seventh, 6 3/4%; 8 to 11th, 6%; 12 to 16th, 4.2%. So all of the proceeds from the RLCS Paris Major Bundle will be going towards the prize pool or those awards that I mentioned at the beginning. So huge. I know.
Stop this.
Huge announcement for the prize pool. I think that is a fantastic addition. We've used Dota as an example before, that their World Championships is fully crowdfunded and is multiple millions of dollars. So, I know a lot of people are preferential to not giving Epic any money, but with the money going directly to the players in this case, I think that this is a good decision. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no net downsides to this, in all honesty. Like, this is only going to want to make the players compete even heavier, but also I think it gets people more invested into watching the scene, because you're seeing players compete for some of your money. Like, you are directly impacting the competitive level of these players. So it's a win-win.
Heck yeah. Quili, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's a great idea. I think if anyone's complaining about this, they shouldn't be allowed to speak anymore because
they're just trying to
quite
complain.
literally, they're complaining to complain at that point because it's good. We'll really see how much the crowd backs or the community can back the players financially. It'd be really interesting to see how much they can amass.
Yeah. Next, I mean, the W's kind of keep coming here, but Rocket League also tweeted, "We are so back. Bakkes Mod is officially available on the latest version of Rocket League, non-EAC mode only, and will continue to be supported in future updates. Thank you to the incredible team at Bakkes Mod for their support, and thank you for the feedback and dedication." Bakkes, the official Bakkes Mod Twitter account, also tweeted, "We're back. Bakkes Mod has been updated to work on the newest version of Rocket League, non-EAC mode only. Psyonix has reached out and offered their support, and together we found a way for the Bakkes Mod team to sustainably continue providing updates in the future. Even though I previously tweeted about closing this chapter, the overwhelming response from the community, along with the newfound support and interactions with Psyonix, has breathed new life into the project. It's easy to lose sight of what such a community project actually means, but last week's reaction made it clear that the mod is still loved by so many of you, and it would be a waste to let it all go. For those wondering, it is completely safe to keep Bakkes Mod running if you're going to play online. It will not inject into the EAC version, so you will not get banned. If you experience crashes, let us know. It's probably a plugin that's incompatible with the new version. Accept the update prompt from your next Bakkes Mod launch, or download the newest version from the website in order to get playing again." A huge win there, and an even bigger win for the RLCS broadcast because they use a lot of the Bakkes Mod plugins in order to do the broadcast. They said originally that there will be a select few number of people and accounts that will get special permission to be able to launch Bakkes Mod in the EAC version. And so I believe that will continue on with the broadcast. So a huge update that Bakkes Mod will continue to live. And Quili, just for you, you'll get to keep using your Alpha Boost and free play offline.
Unfortunately, I don't have any good feelings about this one. I don't play free play.
Fair.
So it doesn't really do me any good, and I mean, it's like cool for them that they get to keep the dream alive, but if it's not going to be an online play, it's not getting I'm not putting it back in my game. I'm not gonna lie. I just queue solo twos, and I'll just do free play for like 2 minutes. And if I have to use Alpha Boost then, and then have to go back into normal gameplay, that's not gonna fly with me.
Fair. But realistically, the custom maps you're going to be able to get back to your custom maps. You're going to be able to do Bakkes Mod custom training. You're going to be able to use the replay analysis tools and things like that offline. So a huge win and a continuation of some of the good news that we've had so far. But Red, it's not exactly Red's roster rumors, but do you wanna run us down with some of the teams that we have so far that have been announced for 2v2?
Sure thing. So, as you all are aware, hopefully aware, 2v2, it's finally here. We got Paris, and then we got a bit of a break before Worlds. So 2v2s, 1v1s are starting to kick off. Starting in the North America region, your 2v2 teams that have been announced or at least noticed so far are Daniel and Beast Mode. The NRG duo continue to terrorize the 2 scene. First Killer and Kofer, hopefully their duo lost streak of Sundays doesn't follow them into the 2v2 world. Talk and Cheese, Zach and Reveal, Wavy and Two Piece, LJ and Chronic, 5UP and Bora, and Evo and Diaz. Which, honestly, that Evo Diaz roster is kind of a sleeper 2's roster, in my opinion, because those are 2 very mechanically talented players. So I'll be very excited to see them compete together. Then, going across the pond, the West Way, not the East Way, to MENA. 2 of the 2v2 rosters announced have been Killiers and Ruas. And then, shocker, Killiers and Ruas teaming. Who could have guessed? And then finally, Drawley and Nubo. Those are the only 2v2 teams rosters announced so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see the likes of the members R8, Team Stallions, trying to run it down as well.
Also, Khalid has signed up for 2s. There's no 2s partner for him yet, but he is signed up.
which, wow, blast of the past. But
I volunteer.
Give me TRK O'Khalid.
That could happen. That could definitely happen.
That would be so good.
And then finally, for EU, we have CRR and Stizzy. Interesting combination, but the Spaniards running it back together. Then Nas and Oski, Juicy and Vatira, Exotic and Alpha, Zen and Atto. Interesting combo there. Edgeby and Nico, with probably the most cursed team name ever if you've seen that. Tox and Raziers, Tempo and Mitzer, and Acro and Seiko are the final 2v2 rosters that have been announced so far. I'm sure there'll be more to come before we really get underway with 2v2s, but as of now, it's what we got. And I mean, I can't say that there's a bad roster anywhere in there.
No, I mean, like,
I can name one.
I know which one he's gonna name too. It's Exotic and Alpha.
Fuck ass European on it. Get him.
Even with Alpha?
Alpha, no. I did say immediately my response tweet. I did reply. Shocker! Exotic is banking on another world champion to carry him to the promised land.
Exotic is a world champion
and MVP.
Carried by them.
A world's MVP.
World MVP.
All of his wins come from former world champions. Monkey Moon was a former world champion. He joined the team with Zen, who's a former world champion. Now he's joining a twos champion, a former world champion. This man cannot be stopped.
He's on fraud watch, is what you're saying?
He's on fraud watch. He couldn't even win with Vatira. Get him out of here.
I'm also interested to see. It's not first killer LJ.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That's been the duo for 2 years now.
I mean, the first killer Kofor marriage was what formed the Shopify. Everyone's been pairing them since late last season. And that's what led to the Shopify signing. Is that they've just been the duo that's been killing it. So they wanted to pair up. So I'm guessing they've been enjoying it so much that they're taking their talents to here. And LJ has finally gotten the boot in twos. Hopefully, soon he'll get the boot in threes.
I know Atomic too. Atomic doesn't really surprise me. Atomic isn't. You don't really see him as much of a twos player. If anything, I could see him running. Maybe he runs with like Justin.
That's kind of what
I'm surprised
too.
Little unction.
I'm really surprised Bora went with 5-Up. I'm not gonna lie. If 5-Up's cool, charismatic guy. He's awesome for the scene. Probably not who I'd want to pair up with twos if I'm Bora.
They're teammates, aren't they? Right? They're both.
Yeah.
So, there's obvious him there.
Also, maybe Bora is just going to be an absolute demon,
ball chasing demon. Yeah.
And then 5-Up going to be
he's the guy that just kind of holds the fort down.
5-Up will be Gibbs, just all-time goalie.
I think we should a Bora mech. A Bora mech would be a good lineup. Just let him go full young freestyle.
No mech life.
That could work. See,
mech has been announced.
I'm excited to see this Zach reveal roster for twos. That is going to be fun to watch.
That is.
I think the Chem's going to go absolutely insane.
Why am I blanking on Space Station's third? Zach reveal.
DS.
You're right.
The one playing with Eva, which is also a crazy good twos roster.
Yeah. This twos matchup, this twos bracket, whatever's going on, it's going to be insane to watch. It's going to be It's going to be an RLCS competitive twos matchup because usually if we're getting 2v2s, it's the side tournaments that are for a little bit of money. So who knows how hard they're actually trying. This is now an RLCS verified tournament, 2v2 format, and we're getting just the most insane pairings. I feel like we're getting the LeBron and Wades, the Jordans and Pippins. We're getting the Brady and Gronks. We're getting it all, and I think
Kyrie and Luka.
I will leave this show, right?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, I mean, all these rosters are incredibly strong. maybe it's just me, a little copium. I think the NA rosters are stronger in twos than the E roster right now. Just looking at these combos,
I don't know. Zenitao kind of scares the shit out of
Zenitao
me.
is terrifying. That is just like, of the EU rosters, that roster is just downright disgusting.
Also, Vatira said the game needs to nerf us with him and Juicy, and that sounds scary too.
Bro, good luck scoring on that roster. Like how do you even score on that roster? But I think overall though, I think the NA rosters are a little more stronger.
I'm still kind of surprised we see Talk Cheese, because that was announced before Wavy 2-Piece. And, that's the Talk Wavy 2-Piece is the team.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of, maybe what, the vibe is there. Because, Talk, Young Meki, Cheese just has an insane amount of energy. He's always, balls to the wall going crazy. So I think maybe part of that is just he needed someone that kind of reciprocates the energy in twos, especially. I'm kind of shocked we haven't seen Scrim Bear pop up yet.
I thought, yeah, it's Matt. Oh, Magic Bear. I'm thinking of the wrong person.
And no Justin either. Not that he
no Justin, no Scrim Bear.
Imagine we had a Justin Garrett G.
No Sosa.
That would be so good.
The Justin Garrett run it back.
Or Squishy.
He can go play with Jinxie. Oh, Jinxie Squishy in the twos tournament.
Oh God. But yeah, no, I all these rosters are very solid. I'm kind of intrigued to see Drawley and Nubo team up there.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't here for it, but the Zenitao, that pairing is insane.
Terrifying.
Is this going to be the best current player he's played with? Do you put Alpha or Rado above him, or the Monkey Moon that he played with specifically?
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess it'll be answered. It'll be answered in the future.
Oh,
we shall see.
It will. But are we ready to do our top 10s? This may be the most rage baity or not rage baity part of the entire episode. We've each made our own top 10 Paris Major performers list, and we will kind of go through them one at a time here.
I'm just gonna copy and paste them as we get to them. Starting.
I feel like we should go. We gotta go 10 to 1. Gotta go 10 to 1.
10 to 1. Okay.
Because I think that adds the suspense as well of okay, who are we not gonna include here?
Okay.
Well, I'm just going out the sheet. I think we go Quili first because he's top of the order on the sheet. So
okay,
there it is.
Do you want to do snake drafty?
Oh, we can go snake drafty. I'm down for snake draft.
Okay.
Oh.
Seiko. Okay.
So Seiko coming off the board in the 10 spot. Let me pull up the
with
the
Man
matchups.
City.
Man City. I think they're gonna have a favorable because again, 3 teams make it out, and they have NRG and MIBR. Obviously, NRG is probably going to 3-0 the whole region, or the whole Group B. I'd imagine at least. So it really is MIBR and Man City.
Yeah.
And
RIP
MIBR, notoriously, what have they done on land? Nothing. What has Seiko done on land? One a motherfucker. So I will be taking that man to do some more carrying like he did with the GK roster. And it's not about how great they're going to finish. It's about how well I think he's going to carry this team. Is it biased? Definitely. I will admit this one. This one is a homer for me. The rest of them were more serious after this one.
All right, my 10. We're gonna put the reawakened, the welcome home tour of Zach at the 10 spot. They got it's a difficult group. But with the current form SSG is in, I believe they're gonna, they'll at least be the top 3 of their group. I think they'll beat Furia. I think they should be R8. it'll be a close series against Mates, but I think Mates will probably take the over on them on there. But Zach has looked in perfect form going into the Paris Major, and it felt good. It felt right to just put him here. It looks like KQ agreed as well.
I thought I was so cooking on that one. I thought I was going to be so off the board on a Zach in a top 10, but no, for all the reasons that you mentioned, I think he's a prime candidate to show out here. I think that, his time away, I think probably really helped him mentally, reset and kind of understand what is required of him and what is needed for him to perform at a high level. And for that reason, I have him there. So then
I even have an SSG guy in my top 15.
Wow, that's bold. That's a hot take, I feel.
So in an in-snake draft, I'll go back here and I'll go 9, and I have a Tau. I think that he's due for a bounce back. I think Tau is certainly one of the best players, without a doubt, a top 15 player in the world. And I think that, we haven't really seen it from him this split. I think Karmine Corp has struggled a little bit, and Vatira has played well. Vatira, everyone remembers the tweet from Boston. Happy with my performance. Not so much with my teammates, basically, is what he said. And Tau, I think, is a very capable teammate and a very capable player, right? Vatira wouldn't continue to team with him if he wasn't good. Zen wouldn't team with him if he didn't think he was a good player for the 2v2, and for that reason, I have him here at 9.
Alrighty. For my 9, still staying home here. This one might shock some people. I got Daniel at the 9 spot.
Whoa.
Reason I got Daniel at the 9 is obviously Energy has a very favorable group. They should come out with a 3-0 sweep, get a good shot at going very far here in the playoffs. But in current form, Daniel hasn't really been peaking. He'll still do he does what he does what he needs to. He gets the job done. But current land form, what I've seen, Daniel is just kind of doing Daniel things. But Daniel things is still a top 15 player easily. So I got Daniel at the 9. Depending on what Daniel we get, this can be either very accurate or entirely wrong. So, flip a coin. We'll see what I get.
All right, and that will lead into my 9 spot, where we will not be going far because similar to one of you, I also have Daniel. So I think we're doing pretty good at least 2 of us are keeping similar.
Getting close enough.
Ignoring Shaco, obviously.
We had Zen.
I feel the same. I think it's in more of a kind way because I think top 10 regardless is one hell of a place to be.
Yes.
What is it? 3 times 16? That's 48 players. So to be top 10 out of that, I think is more of a compliment than you were making it sound like. I think he's going to be one of the people that carry the team. I think this is the environment Daniel wants to be in. Obviously, as we saw in Leon's, NRG won the whole dang thing. So I think Daniel, I think his quietness, I think he's just the noise is gonna fuel him, and I think we're gonna get a good Lando performance, and he's gonna go crazy and pull some 6 shots like the Daniel we know. And yeah, I think he's gonna be one of the hard carries on the team. But I will let that follow into my next spot, where we have the big Oscar, Oski, loading it into the 8 spot. I think obviously Mates coming off their win, they got a lot to prove, but they still look great. Obviously that first open 4, they did not look too great, but it was the hangover everyone's thinking, because right after that they got right back into form. I believe they won open 5 and then lost to Zen and Vitality in open 6. So again, that's 2 great performances on the last one. So it doesn't seem like they're slowing down anytime soon. And Oski, I think that pink wall is going to be insane, because Mates didn't make Worlds, right? To my knowledge,
last year,
yeah, they were an LCQ team.
I believe they were an LCQ team because it was that,
and they got eliminated by Rado, the former player.
Yes.
So I think, So I think and as we saw by Nas and Oski, mainly just Nas, in Boston, the crowd, it fueled him. It was not a negative for him. He loved that energy, and
that man was standing more than he was sitting.
Yeah, scoring goals and just
He
standing.
also scored 16 goals, so like I get it.
But I think his teammate is going to be a huge part of it, and I think mates are going to go deep into this tournament, and I think Oski will be a huge part of it.
Alrighty. This one still staying home here. I think NA is going pretty strong.
Mode.
I'm going first killer.
Oh.
At the A spot. At the end of the day, it is first killer. Also, as we've seen, first killer does like to play the villain. And there seems to be a theme with top NA players, and that's playing villain on away turf. And they don't get the easiest groups, drawing Twisted Minds and NIP. But this is a Twisted Minds roster that has not looked consistent throughout their region. This is a NIP roster that has looked all right, but then has their missteps, as we saw against Novo. And realistically, Shopify really haven't missed much of a beat. Hasn't skipped a beat. They've been top 4 every regional for this split, and I see First Killer to come into Paris and to try to do what Energy did last year at Worlds and be the villain, and that's why I got him at the A spot.
Fair. I struggled with my 8 a lot, and ultimately I'm going to go Beast Mode. I think that Beast Mode is a fantastic player. I think that he has been somewhat quiet, at least more than you would expect in terms of so he's still scoring the highlight reel goals, but I personally think that he's been overshadowed by his 2 teammates. I think that the skill and ability of Daniel, and especially Atomic, has kind of allowed him to continue to be the striker that everyone knows that he can, but he doesn't have to do it alone, right? So I think that he's going to have a fantastic performance, because I think, a little bit of a spoiler, but I think Energy is going to go pretty far in this tournament. And so for that, I have Beast Mode at 8. And then similarly, another team that I think I have going pretty far, we have a Gentlemates player here. And it's not Nas. I'm going to go Archie. I think Archie is Nas is an absolute game breaker, but Archie is the oil that makes this engine run. His defense is fantastic. The big goals that he scores, the plays that he makes, and just the absolute seemingly unflappable ability of him to always be in the right place, even if the mechanics aren't the same as Nas. But I think Archie is going to have a fantastic tournament. So I have Archie at 7.
Alrighty, back to me here. Going across the pond finally. We're out of NA. And I got a French player. But this, might surprise Quili a little bit. We got Seiko coming in at the 7th spot. Reason being, I got a reason. Man City are going to be coming into a very easy route, barring Energy. They should come out in the 2 spot for their group, meaning they should get a decently favorable matchup going into the lower bracket. This would put them, their group B number 2 would put them against group D number 3. So you're looking at okay, I can't even really predict who goes third there. Probably a Twisted Minds or NIP. And if Seiko continues to, the thing is, we're looking at individual performances, and as we've seen from this past split, Seiko has been on a damn warpath. His team may not win it all, but by God, he's going to drop 1,000 points and do everything he can to get them a win. So that's why I got him at the 6th spot, just individually, or sorry, the 6th spot, 7th spot, because individually, this man is on a mission.
Cannot agree more with that pick. What a great pick. That's the goat right there. Respect that French goat. Keeping the French train going. Vatira in my 7th spot. Down with Vatira. I'm just kidding, but not down with Vatira. But again, this is going to be going based off of how I think they're going to be doing it. In K-Corp did not look great in NA in Boston.
But Vatira looked good in Boston.
But last time in France, guess who didn't look good? Anyone on K-Corp. Not a soul looked.
All of the French.
All of the French. Not a soul on that Carmine Corp roster.
It was so bad they knighted Wildcard.
Australians.
They knighted the Aussies.
I think same might hold true. As good as Vatira is, I don't think a 12 through 8 finish is going to get him higher than 7. I think it's going to be rather sad. But yeah, I'm holding Vatira in the 7. Obviously, he's a great player, one of the best, if not the best in the world. But again, this is how I think they're going to perform at the LAN. And yeah, I don't think Carmine Corp is going to be running deep. So yeah, I think Vatira will suffer by that. I will mention I do have a Tau in my 12 spot. So still teeter, still close. But following that up, rounding the snake to 6, we have NRG's own Atomic.
Really? Okay.
I think Atomic, the glue guy of NRG, similar to Archie, he's never in the wrong spot. He's always where he's supposed to be. He's high IQ, and on top of that, he has like the perfect amount of mechanics to say that he's not a mechie player, but just so smart with the car. He always knows what he's doing, and all of his hits are so calculated. Unless it's game 6 and it's a tie game against BDS.
No, I thought the exact same thing, bro. No,
he did hit it. He did hit it.
It was a ghost hit. It was a ghost hit.
But outside of that one time, he's a very consistent player. So I'm gonna give him the rub, give him the love. Pause. We will.
Not the rub love.
I think he's going to be a great performer for the NRG roster. I think he's going to be holding them. They're going to go as far as Atomic will take them. But I also think, as I do have Daniel in the 9, they could be interchangeable. I think those two will be will dictate how far this roster goes.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. For rounding out the 6th spot here on my end, we got the big arch, Mr. Archie. As we've seen, he's very very similar player, in my opinion, to Atomic, where he's not the flashy player. He's not the guy that's going out hitting the double flip reset backboard, doing all this stuff. But he is very consistent when it comes to LAN playing ability, as we saw in Boston. It's hard to outshine a NAS that is dropping 16 goals in a series, however. But he was still getting the job done. I mean, very consistent, very cocky, but for a reason. He's shown that he's a very solid player, and I expect to see him continue that same streak here in Paris. That's why I got him in the 6th spot.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
Kate keeps looking at his list like, oh.
No, I'm second guessing myself here, but I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go off the board, and in my 6th spot, I'm gonna say Oli.
Okay.
He never seems to be like overshadowed by the moment, right? The lights don't seem to be too bright for him. He always seems to show up. And so do I think NIP have the ability to make a top 4? I do. I don't think that they can win just with the amount of talent that exists that's going to Paris, but I think they can make a top 4, and I think if they do, Oli will have been the major driving force in that. He just seems to, he seems to get that, just absolute fat 50 into someone's net where you're like, wait a minute, how did he do that? Where did he come from? And so for that reason, I have Oli in the 6th spot. In the 5 spot, to kind of round out, the bottom half of the list here, I have Daniel. I think that, again, like I mentioned before, I think NRG is going to have a great tournament. I think that they will be grand finalists, and I have not decided yet if I think that they will win or not. But I think Daniel Laniel, aptly named, right, so long ago, continues to show up in big moments for NRG on LAN. They love winning in France. They love being the villain. They've all said that. So I have Daniel in the 5 spot.
Alrighty. And, very close to your pick here. I got B Mode. Mr. Mode.
Fair.
In the 5 spot for me. Again, this is an NRG roster that I think is going, bias aside, I think because of the matchups they're getting, are going to go very far in this major. Purely just off of circumstance, which, you can call it a Mickey bracket all you want. They got given it, so they're going to play it. Like, what you want them to do?
They have to top their group. I will say that.
I absolutely agree.
They have to take care of business.
If they do not take care of business, it's cooked. If they take care of business, though, looking at the matchups they could get, there is a good chance, assuming NA does well, we get an NRG Shopify Rebellion upper bracket quarters again. There is a good chance. because the number 1 seed for Group B plays
Group
the number
D.
1 seed. No, plays Group C. I'm looking at it right now.
So am I.
So I'll refresh your page. Refresh your page.
Group A1 plays Group D1.
Yeah. Upper bracket quarters.
Yeah, Group A number 1 plays Group D number 1, and Group D is Space Station R8 Furia.
I said Shopify and Energy.
Shopify's Group C.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
that's why
I'm sorry. For semis, you're talking about for semis.
No, I'm talking about upper bracket quarters. There is a chance we see a NRG versus Shopify Bell in the upper bracket quarters because the number 1 team out of Group B would be NRG. Number 1 team out of Group C could be Shopify.
I was reading that as Group A for Energy. That's on me.
All good. But there's realistically there is a very good chance Energy can get a incredibly favorable matchups going all the way into the semis. But because of that, at the same time, it's beast mode. It's beast mode. Beast mode. I don't think we've ever seen beast mode have a bad day. Realistically, even his bad days don't look like bad days because it's beast mode. This man is mechanical. He will pull off just a random double tap with a tight angle, and you're just like, oh, he can do that. Oh, he just slots it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works. Also, Beast Mode's 50 game has improved significantly as of late. A lot of the dunks and 50s he gets on the offensive half are insanely good, and I think that's what kind of jumps him to the spot at the number 5.
Okay.
That move it to me.
Yeah,
that does indeed.
All right.
For 5 and 4.
In the number 5 spot, I'm transferring regions. We've been talking about NA. We've been talking about EU. I think we haven't been showing any love to Mina. I got Ruas. Oh, what's that? Falcons gonna make it? Falcons aren't making the land? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, wow, that sucked. They spent how much money on Draw League? Ooh, yikes. What about investment? Let's look over to the other Mina team. What do we got? Twisted Minds? Give me TRK. Give me the most dangerous 3 letters in Rocket League. I think he's been. I think it's been a cold start for them. I think that first lane was a little bit rough, but that haunting older brother is no longer there. He for some reason is just tripped over, is on his way there or misrouted and is going somewhere else. So I think a weight will be off their shoulders, and I think TRK. I think something great has to come from him. I think he's too great of a player to not to go this many lands without completely showing out. I think the revenge tour is coming. And yeah, the Twisted Mind guys. Though they did lose the Falcons in the Saudi E League. I don't think it's too much of a discrepancy to him. I think TRK is destined to do something great here. And I'm honestly expecting a solid to mediocre run from the Twisted Mind guys. Nothing too crazy, but I'm not expecting a bad performance from them. Where this brings me to the 4th spot. Where? We can go back to
Monkey
where we're
Moon.
No.
No.
Oh God, no. We are not running another. I will say there's no more memes. No more memes from here on out, especially not that guy. We do not.
We're not world yet.
Yeah. We're not
Dickies yet.
Allegedly Dickies yet.
99% allegedly.
99. But with that, in the number 4 spot, I have Boston MVP Nassim. I think Nas is good for the 4th spot because, again, the crowd feeds him. He does whatever. If the crowd is going to bumping, he is going to be playing into that to the moon. He's going to be hopefully on cloud 9 because that is when he's playing his best, standing up, and the crowd will be loving it because he's on Gentle Mates, and that is probably the 3rd biggest French org we got there, I believe.
Yeah,
yes.
Probably KC, probably Mates, then probably
Vitality.
Or Vitality, then Mates.
Yeah, no, you're right. KC, Vitality, Mates, and then
yeah. So I think the pink wall will be behind him, and he will be just living it and soaking it in. And I'm expecting great things from him. Just continue the momentum, though it is quite the high bar that he set for himself to follow up.
Alrighty, this one might shock some people. There's a reason. I have a feeling on this one. And I got to go with the man who wants to do it all himself, Mr. Vatira, at the 4th spot.
Vatira.
As we said already, Vatira did not have a great showing in Paris last season, but I think this is where this changed. This is where it changes, because one of two things is going to happen. This Karmine Corps team is going to figure stuff out, and they're going to play lights out. Or option B, which I think is the more likely option, they're going to continue to look the same K-Corp they've looked all season. Vati's going to play out of his freaking mind, but that's it. And that's not going to win you majors. That's not going to get you far. But that doesn't mean Vati isn't going to play poorly, because Vati has yet to play poorly this entire season. And that does not stop here in Paris. He has a chip on his shoulder. He wants to perform in Paris. He wants to win that major. But you need a team to win the major. And I just don't think Karmine Corps have it right now.
And again, we are aligned. In my 4th spot, I also have Vatira. Like you said, he did not perform well in Lyon. I think that haunts him to this day in front of the home fans, in front of the home crowd. I think for that reason alone, he'll be on the warpath. But I don't put anything past Extra. I think Karmine Corps can win this event. I don't know that they will, but I think that they can. So we'll have to wait and see which Karmine Corps roster shows up, but I already know which Vatira is showing up, and that's why I have him in the top 4. Then moving into the top 3 and rounding out my complete roster here, I have Atomic. I think Atomic, like Quili said earlier, is the player that, stirs the drink for energy. I think that he's, I think they're all going to have to play extremely well in order for energy to go as far as I think that they will, and for that reason I have him at 3.
You quit reading my damn sheet, KQ. God damn. At 3, I have Atomic as well. Like, I have been high on this man the entire season. He has looked the best form he has his entire career, and it shows. I mean, genuinely, this guy plays out of his mind. And it's not even the craziest, like, the flashiest play, but it's so incredibly consistent. He's one of the most intelligent players on the pitch, and that's why I got him at the 3 spot, because he's going to keep this team of energy together, make them do what they need to, and come out of Paris with the win.
Scared.
Quili.
I don't want to do number 3.
Uh-oh.
Guys, I'm going to get bullied.
He's going to put Zen at 3.
No, not Zen. But what day of the week is it?
Tuesday.
So it's not Wednesday.
Sketch. No. Oh.
It's not Thursday. It's not Friday. It's not Saturday. But you know what day of the week it definitely isn't right now?
It's not Sunday. He's putting first killer.
No.
He's putting first killer.
It's first killer in the 3 spot, baby. Let's go. Let's freaking go. First killer is showing out this land. This is going to be...
This is his last chance for first killer to win a land.
We got Worlds.
They're not winning Worlds? What do you mean?
I can dream. But first killer's in the 3 spot, baby. Can I get a hell yeah? First killer, you already know him. You love him, unless you're on this podcast and not named Quili. But outside of that, it's first killer, and by God, the time has to come eventually. When better to do? Sorry, what place did they place? Did they last EU that wasn't in France? Was they the number 2 team? They placed second. So this is another journey back.
They placed second and got murdered. It was no competition.
That's Thanos.
What happened to them in Boston?
Everyone got murdered. What's up?
What happened to them in Boston?
See, that's a fever dream. That didn't happen.
It was the blizzard. You know,
it
was
didn't
cold.
exist.
They got falconed. They got beat by the most inconsistent team to grace our presence.
They got what? I'm sorry? Absolutely massacred?
Guess what team's not there? Guess what team's not going to Paris? Falcons, baby! Loophole! They're not losing to anyone. They're going all the way. First killer, you can't deny him. He's either gonna be the worst player on the pitch and cost him the game, or he's gonna be the best player on the pitch and just play coherent. And I'm expecting a long deep run.
Group.
So I did want to bring this up because I was looking at this. First Killer's got a task. If they do not top their group, which even if they top their group, we're assuming they face NRG, right? If they place second, they will play the A3 seed team, which is one of Foot. Vitality, Carmine Core, or Foot. Probably Foot.
That's easy.
If they 3 seed, then they play either Vitality or Carmine Core.
That one scared me.
I even think with how Foot's been playing, I would be scared of that as well. Like the only easy route they have is getting the 1 seed, and even then, they're gonna probably play NRG, which, as we've seen recently, doesn't do them good.
I think if they get faced against NRG in upper quarters, they win.
I could see it. They win in 7, but then they lose to the very next team.
Probably. But at least do a first killer. At least do a first killer number 3, baby. All right. Enough rage bait out of the way. But respect the GOAT. But with that, we can move on over to the 2 spot where we are almost at the very end of this. So there's 2 names left. Who do you go here? There's so many names to pick from.
Exotic.
Not in a fucking million years. One of you have Exotic in your top 2 right now? I'm leaving the show.
He's not in my top 2. He's my top 1.
That's true. No. Cannot argue that. Well, yeah. Well, he could still be my 1 spot because my number 2 spot is his teammate. Give me Zen in the 2 spot. That obviously, Zen. This season, he's been insane.
I'm doing the same thing. Right, I'm thinking the same thing.
He was like, "Who the hell is this one?" What?
Guess he gets the big glass.
Yeah,
I'm looking.
But
baby,
yeah,
no, true not.
Yeah, no. Zen, obviously, that he can't really argue with Zen. It's either 1, 2, or 3. I don't think I've seen him yet on anyone's list, so you know where he's going everywhere else. Either 1 or 2. But yeah, I gave myself the wiggle room. Obviously, second place in Boston. I think they're on 3 open wins now this season. 2, 3.
2.
Did they win? They won the first one.
I think 3. I am.
Did they? No. Did they win 4? They won 4 and 6. I don't know if they won the first split. I think they won 3.
In
3,
Boston,
4, 6.
They won. They didn't win 1. They didn't win 2. They didn't win 3.
So it's 4 and 6.
Yes.
All right, so they're on 2 regional wins. That's a hot streak, if you ask me. That's 2 of the 3. So that's a pretty good run for them, if I do say so myself. And obviously it's Zen. You kind of can't argue that. And we do know French players obviously haven't had the best of luck in France, but I think if there's anyone's going to transcend it, it's Zen and how Vitality's been playing this season, because they've been lights out and insane and damn near unstoppable outside of that one man named Nas. And assuming they don't run into him, maybe they go all the way, do the whole thing. France will go crazy. But with that, Zen's in my 2.
Is it bad that I thought you said you're going to say, and you said in spite of that man Nas, I thought you were going to say in spite of that man Exotic?
That's a given. Exotic is going to, that team's going as far as Exotic can hold them back.
Good Lord. All right. At my 2 spot.
Don't do it.
We were just talking about him. We got Nas.
Oh.
We got Nas at the 2 seed. And looking at KQ's reaction, he also agrees with me. Nas at the 2 seed. The Boston Major MVP for good reason. 16 goals in the grand final. 16 against the very roster of Zen on Vitality. I don't think he's going to slow down. He builds off of a crowd, and this is going to be a Paris crowd that is going to be hungry for an EU team to win, as they have yet to see it in Paris. So I think he's going to feed off of this crowd and go absolutely ballistic, but not the most, as I got Nas at the 2 seed.
I have Nas at 2 for all the reasons that you mentioned. I think he's going to be another standout. It's going to be another standout performance from him. The man who won a PC from Sunless Khan all those months ago. His ascend continues, and the fully non-French players are on one of the highest profile French orgs, and I think that they're going to perform pretty well. but I have Nas at the 2. And because it's a snake draft, in the last spot, I got Zen, which I think is also the same as Red,
Dude,
which rounds out our same top 4 and an NRG player at 5.
Oh my god.
Damn, guys.
Who do you have your one? Okay, so yeah, duh. We have we got Zen at 1. Shocker. This man again looks like he looks like Vatira in the sense he's on a mission to carry his team to every win they possibly can.
In spite of Exotic.
But I think the supporting cast is a little stronger in current form, and they have been putting out. I mean, you make it to Grands against a Gentlemates that is peaking and still take 2 games off of them. You then win Open 4, you win Open 6, you don't win Open 5, but I think did you make the Grands in Open 5? I think so.
I think top 4.
What's the top 4?
I'm looking.
Hang on. Pulling up. Oh, sorry, you don't make top 4 because you got upset by
they lost the K-Dop court.
They got upset by a K-Dop court, but that's a one-time thing as we saw Open 6.
How could we forget our Lord and Savior Radosin? I apologize.
The Radosinho. But Zen, I mean, again, he proves that he's one of the best, if not the best players in the world currently, and so we got him the 1. Now, Quili, how upset are we going to be at you for this 1?
I don't know. How about you guys take a guess? Who do you guys think I got the 1 spot? Because you can see what names I don't have there.
Yes, like I'm trying to look at your list compared to ours.
I said in the Discord while we were talking, I said Beast Mode. Red said Archie. Those are 2 pretty good options.
Yeah,
but you have Oscar on there. You have Nas, Zen.
He's got Daniel. He's got Atomic.
You said you don't have a Space Station player in your top 10.
Or was I lying?
Do you have Zach as your no? You have Zach as your number 1.
All right, 1 letter.
K-Dop.
Clears? But no, he didn't. You're lying. You're lying.
We're talking about soon-to-be Paris Land MVP after they win the whole goddamn thing. Kofor himself, the Demo King, is going to be coming out of this the number 1 player in RLCS performance-wise in Paris. Because he's going to carry this team through goal scoring, through facilitating, through defending, through demoing, through it all. Kofor will be the best player and will win LAN MVP to come right after Nasus, the breakout player. Another breakout player shall emerge in Kofor. Thank you.
I never would have guessed that.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't even know what to say.
Words.
I've silenced them all.
So before we fully digest whatever it is that is, question for the masses here. I think I know the answer here for Quili, but I'm curious. Either take it from the Carmine Core or the Vitality perspective, what have you. Would you rather have as a 3rd Exotic or Juicy?
Juicy.
I'd rather have a literal gun to my head than Exotic.
Damn.
All right, I'm sorry. That one was mean.
That's tough though, because I think Juicy is definitely underperforming, and I will say it's a little hard to say Exotic is underperforming because his teammates around him are playing so well. So it's like, sure, he might be underperforming compared to his teammates, but is that actually underperforming?
Yeah, I don't know. So Quili, it's safe to say that your pick is Juicy.
Honestly, it might be a toss-up. You know, it really depends on who has the lower floor and ceiling, and I feel like they're both similar players in that aspect. Juicy, obviously, he's more mechanical, and his ceiling is so high. But also, as we've seen by Carmine Corp's performance, he gets so lost, and this team just can't outplay his mismanagement of where he's placing himself. I feel like the rotations have been awful with Juicy in the roster, and that has quite literally been their biggest detriment is their rotations, because that was their best aspect, was when Drolly was just running up in the front and doing whatever, and they just had whoever be just playing smart and playing all the way back 3rd, and they had the great counters and everything. And I don't think Juicy, though he is mechanical, his play style doesn't lead into that. But Exotic is Exotic.
Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, that kind of I was thinking about that when we were talking, because it kind of seems a little bit like underwhelming, at least as of right now, for both of them as a third.
I think I'm gonna take Exotic.
Whoa.
Juicy's just been playing so bad.
Is it cold outside, Red? Do you feel the freeze coming through?
All right, I took Exotic over Juicy. We're not.
I mean, fair. I do want to point out a comment made in the chat by the #1 Mina fan. Oof. So we're saying Twisted Minds is losing to TSM?
Who puts 10 on your head?
Knowing the script, though, Twisted Minds don't get out of groups, LMAO. What?
TSM Masterclass? Oof.
What? Like,
does he mean groups as in like
he means groups.
Top 2?
No, he means groups. I'm like 90% sure he means groups, as in TSM shows that the S is bigger than the TM.
He said, "Oh yeah, I forgot about them."
Okay. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit real. I was like something is wrong because the #1 Mina fan is not letting the Mina team get out of the group.
He said 9th to 12th. Then.
Give me TRK.
Well, because
TRK Masterclass.
We know Monkey Moon's just gonna win Worlds if it's at Dickies again. So like it doesn't matter where they place here because they just win the whole thing. But to recap, we'll start out with Quili in 10th, Seiko, Daniel, Oski, Vatira, Atomic, and TRK in 5th, Nas, First Killer, Zen, and Kofer in the 1 spot. For Red, we have Zach, Daniel, First Killer, Seiko, Archie, and Beast Mode in 5th, Vatira, Atomic, Nas, and Zen in the #1 spot. For me, I have Zach 10, Atao, Beast Mode, Archie, Oli, Daniel in 5th, Vatira, Atomic, Nas, and Zen in 1st. As I mentioned, top 4 for Red and I the same, and an NRG player in 5th. So, pretty decently aligned overall. A lot of the same names showing up here. There's a couple of outliers in that. I won't bring more mention to it than that. But here we are. So in effort in trying to be respectful to the time because Red's got some rematch stuff tonight. Quili, you got a Pokemon update or a question for us?
No Pokemon update. I have not played Donkey Kong Bonanza, but new games I've played this week is Gambling with Friends. So if you are 21 plus and enjoy gambling, it is a fun game because it's just that little bit level of silly and just like the perfect amount of chaos. But with that, the Quili question of the day.
Why is Kofer the proper #1 choice?
Don't need to question that. I already
question
got the
that only Quili can answer.
That's the go there. Which is your favorite original Avenger?
Oh, easy. Captain America. The first Avenger. One of my favorite Marvel movies.
The first Avenger is one of your favorites?
Yes.
I have a letterbox. I don't even know where I have it ranked. It's got to be top 15 though, top 20.
It's such a good it's such a good foundation movie.
I think maybe top 10. I don't know. Winter Soldier is high, and so Civil War.
Winter Soldier is also very good.
I have my choice, and I have like an honorable mention that I feel like is not like he's not worthy of being a choice, but like I've always just loved Hawkeye. But he's not like he's not like he's not a marquee Avenger.
I said, what's your favorite? I said, what's your favorite of the original Avengers? You can have Hawkeye can be your favorite.
He's an OG Avenger.
You could be wrong, but he could be your favorite.
I mean, I'll see. Quili could be absolutely wrong about his list, but he can still have it on his list.
Yeah. Mine's also Captain America. I actually completely despise Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, so it's definitely not going to be him.
Iron Man.
I mean, hey, it's any type of Hulk is better than what the original Hulk movies were. Oh dear God. Don't ever, if you haven't watched them,
skip it in the rewatch.
Are you talking about 1970s Hulk, or are you talking about the original Incredible Hulk?
The Incredible
Hulk. The Incredible Hulk. The worst, one of the worst Marvel movies ever. The worst.
I've watched every Marvel movie to date, except that one.
That's a good choice. You've saved yourself 2.5 hours.
The wife and I did it. Every movie, chronological order to date, and we had to watch that one, and oh my god, I would much sooner watch the Eternals again over Incredible Hulk.
I think I'd rather watch the Incredible Bulk. The Amazing Bulk, and it's a horrible movie.
Oh my god!
It's got 1.7 out of 10 on IMDb. It's terrible, but it's better than the Incredible Hulk.
Hell yeah!
The Amazing.
How far did you guys go with your list? Did you guys do anything deeper?
No, I didn't.
I have some more names floating around, but I don't.
11 is where I have Beast Mode. 12 is Atal. 13 Stizzy.
Okay.
14 Abdullah.
I don't hate that. I
have TRK and Abdullah floating around too.
I low-key he almost got a Seiko spot at 10. I got 15 Reveal, 16 Archie, 17 Zach. That's as far as I went. It was just 17.
Also, Oof said, hot take, R8 does better than TM.
I mean, based off like the brackets,
I think it's gonna be tough, but
R8 might not make it out of their fucking group.
No, I don't think Furia makes it out of their group.
I don't think so either.
It's between
I think
Furia
R8
and R8. I fucking hope. It's FSG. I'm gonna lose my shit.
But like, I think R8 and Twisted, I think, are gonna have a mid-off of who can be the most mid for the major. I'm not giving Mina the Oceania treatment currently or the Sam treatment, but we're getting there. But yeah, no, Sam and Oceania, we've sold all the stocks. We have sold every single stock down to the penny stocks.
Getting sad out here.
Yeah.
Oceania's in shambles. Unless Fiber's out there, then maybe like a couple pennies. We'll save a couple of the stacks.
Yeah. I think that next episode when we do our major preview, we'll have to do we could do some hot takes. I think that might be cool. But
we'll have Red.
I was like YouTube.
Yeah, I know. But if you want to send some hot takes or send a bracket beforehand, we'll talk about that. Cool. But is there anything else that you guys want to add for today before we wrap up, so Red can get to some rematching?
No, go for number one, baby.
And on that note, that's a wrap for today. A huge thank you to Alyssa B and all of our Patreon supporters for keeping the lights on. For those watching live on Twitch or listening later, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, share the show, tell a friend. It all helps us grow our audience and level up. Want to join our community? Jump over into our Discord or follow us on socials on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, and LinkedIn. If you want to rep the show, grab some gear from our merch store. All of these links and more can be found on our website at boostoverball.com. And from us here on the show, thank you for listening. And as always, remember to choose Boost over Ball. See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Boost Over Ball podcast. Make sure to check out our website, boostoverball.com.